construction, legendary services, pump and supply, now pharmacy. All great community-minded businesses that help us keep these games on the internet. We couldn't do it without them. Pre-game festivities.
I'd like to welcome everybody to today's matchup. If you would, everybody please stand for the national anthem, please.
Pre-game festivities are done. Meanwhile, we honor a memory on the
Open up the introduction of both teams. I'd like to welcome the Dexter Eagles. Introducing them first. 00, Larissa Carrillo. Number 1, Savannah Prieto. Number 4, Alexa Miramontes. Number 5, Maritza Jimenez. Number 10, Jasmine Duran. Number 20, Genesis Gomez. Number 21, Reina Rivas. Number 23, Valentina Carrasco. Number 32, Karina Prieto. Number 15, Monserrat Jimenez. And now for the Tatum Lady Coyotes, at number 0, at number 2, our numbers up at number 3, Ava Sloan. And number 4, we got Bobby Tatum. Also on number 10, Nadia Marisol. Number 12, Karen Marlon. Also on our number 15, Sierra Jimenez. Starting, number 1, freshman Avery Leonard. Number 5, freshman Sydney Rice. Freshman number 22, Paisley Weber. Number 20, Georgia Weir. And number 11, Luan Samuel. Good luck, ladies.
go to practice. And get
He's over there in the room because the microphone works better from over there. He's usually here, but he was over there.
Yeah. So we were just about set here, and Patrick, I'm going to let you do the majority of the calling here, and I'll run the scoreboard because I have a ton of games left, and you were nice enough to help us out, so I'm going to give you a lot of my time today.
Talk to each other. Talk to each other.
Good.
goes to Rice on the left-hand side.
Come on, come on, come on!
You gotta see. That's why we wear the same color. Blue. Where's blue at?
Good move by Villa Senor. She'll get a trip to the 9. I know Tatum fans, Patrick, as of late, hold their breath when Sydney Rice takes a hard lick like that because 2 games ago, she went over the end line and had contact with the wall and injured her back. Waiting for her to get up. She did under her own power and was able to be helped off, but some scary moments. And then against Eunice, she got knocked to the floor a couple times and already has taken a lick.
Get up, get up, get up!
Last night, we got Left, baby, left. Good. Good. At least I'll take that all day.
It will. What else can you do? She was sick. She was there for 2 days before the...
Hey, free throw, Genesee. Free throw, Genesee. Free throw. I didn't tell you 5 seconds. Free throw.
On the charge of the block is being
Get up, get up.
being set.
Fine.
Timeout from Dexter Demons as well. Back in a moment. Stay
Watch for over the top left. Right out, Sid!
Two. And earning a trip to the line will be Rice. Blocking foul on Carrillo of Dexter. Where's the double zeros? So Tatum with a chance to build on the lead here now and starting to put a little space between them and the Demons. But that shot is no good from Rice. She will have another one coming. So Rice had a bucket and now a chance to tack on a free throw after missing that first one. And an 8-2 score, and that one's going to come hard off the rim, no good. Long pass up court, Demons run and get it. It was a good pass, and the ball is taken away. No foul called on that one as Paisley Whitman made a nice play. Rice into the front court, right wing, Villasenor penetrates baseline, hard contact. Probably should have been a charge, but no call. They're letting them play.
Rice takes it away.
Good play by Sydney and a whistle there.
So I missed a couple of points there. Did I just miss the two by
Rice?
By
Yeah.
Rice. Okay. She missed her.
She missed both free throws.
Both free throws. Thank you.
8-2 score.
Underneath the basket, Rice looking to get the ball in. And she's going to give it to Hennard on the right block, and she's not able to get it. Dexter with the rebound, and fighting for it is Duran for Dexter. She goes to the ground. A fight for the ball, and they're going to call it Dexter ball as it went between the legs of Weir. 4:52 remaining here in the first quarter. 8-2, Tatum on top. Ball comes in. That's going to be to Jimenez. Jimenez crosses the timeline, goes to the right side. Stopped right there by Whitman. Good defense again. Hennard out there. That's going to be on Miramontes. They get it down low, put it up, no good. Rebound by Sydney Rice. She's going to push it up court. Gets across the timeline on the right-hand side, looking for somewhere to go with it. Takes it into the lane, puts it up, no good. A little hard off the backboard. And rebound again by Duran. They get it out to Jimenez. Jimenez crosses the timeline. Whitman all over her. She goes into the left wing, and then they go into the high post. A little spinning shot, put up, no good. Hennard with the rebound. Hennard looking up court, and she finds Rice cutting across. Rice on the right wing. Picks it up, gives it to Villasenor coming in. Whitman left wing. She takes it into the lane, puts it up, no good. Rebounded by Dexter. Coming the other way is going to be Miramontes. She's going to push it. Miramontes right wing. Hennard on her. She passes it over, comes right back to her. She throws it all the way down low, and it's going to be over the head and out of bounds. Tatum ball.
Yep, one of the backdoor lob, but a little too tall for Janessa Gomez. Out of bounds back to Tatum.
So Whitman will inbound it to Hennard. Hennard gets it in right wing to Rice. Back up top to Hennard, over to Whitman on the left wing. Back up top to Hennard. Over to Rice, high post. Nice shot there, just won't fall for Villasenor. And Dexter gets the rebound. And a little cheap foul there by Villasenor.
A lot of times when you miss a shot like that and you really feel like you should have made it, you'll overcompensate and
be Young for them. Getting across the timeline is going to be Jimenez. She dribbles towards the baseline. She falls down, and it's going to be a walk as she held on to the ball.
little scoring drought here for both teams. We've been sitting at 8-2 for a while now.
We sure have. Hennard going to inbound to Rice. Back to Hennard. Hennard going to bring it down the court. She gets across the timeline out to Whitman. Back to Hennard. Over to Young. Young back to Hennard. Into the high post to Rice. To Young. Down low to, that's Rice on the block. Good shot there by Rice. And they try to go deep and taken away. Well, there's a fight for the ball right in front of us. And passes it out. They go backdoor cut. Nice cut there. Oh. And not able to connect. Tatum pushes the ball forward again. Whitman carries it down and then pulls it up. Gives it up top to Hennard. Hennard with the shot on the way. Up and no good. She gets her own rebound, though. Puts another one up, and she gets that one to fall. So it's 12-2 here. And Dexter having a hard time getting across the court again. Miramontes is going to get it across the timeline finally. Dexter goes to the right-hand side. She's going to take it to the baseline, and then they're going to call a foul on Hennard.
And you know, Dexter has moments where they look good. They're a good passing team. They're having a tough time finishing on some of these great assists. But one thing that jumps out at me, Tatum has quicker feet, and they're a little quicker to the loose basketballs.
They are, and that might be an effort thing, really.
Could be.
Shot put up by Dexter, rebounded by Sydney Rice. She's pushing the action again. She's going to take it Around into the lane, puts it up high off the glass. No good. Hennard with the rebound. And up off the glass and good. So good rebound and put back by Hennard. Dexter gets the ball in. That's going to go into Jimenez.
And she just lost the handle.
She sure did. It went off her foot. So it'll be Tatum's ball. Hennard going to get a much deserved rest here, and Villasenor is going to come back in.
Stay out wide, Bree. There you go.
Sydney Rice over to Aubrey Young. Then they go to the corner to Weir. Weir takes it baseline. She puts a shot up. No good. It's too far. Rebounded by Miramontes. She's going to push it herself, and it bounces off of a foot of Tatum. Scrum for it, and it comes back out. They get it down into the box. And then right wing, three-pointer on the way by Duran. Up and no good. Sydney Rice with the rebound. She's going to push it again. She's going to take it into the lane. She gets a little layup, puts it up and good. So nice coast-to-coast there. Ball's in by Dexter. They go halfway across the court. And Miramontes gets it, puts up a shot, and she's going to get fouled by Rice.
And, man, you look at it, and Dexter's had some good looks. They just can't get the shots to drop for them. And then you look up at the scoreboard now, and thanks to the hustle of Tatum, quick up and down the floor, it's 16-2, Patrick.
16-2 with a minute 25 here left in the first quarter. And you're right, Dexter has had good looks. They just haven't been able to capitalize on them. So we've got Miramontes at the line for two. She misses everything on the first one. So they're going to stay 16-2 here. Her second one on the way. It's up and no good. Off the back iron. A fight for the rebound. Comes out to Aubrey Young. She's going to push forward. She throws it to Whitman down court. Whitman goes into the lane, puts one up, and she's going to get fouled going up.
Jimenez will get that one.
So Jimenez, that'll be her first personal.
And sometimes it's hard to read the scoreboard numbers on fouls, but I think they've got 5 already.
You know, I'm not showing 5, but it does say 5.
Yeah.
So I could have missed one here or there, but
at this point, it's all Coyotes, regardless what the foul count is.
Sure
The
is.
true numbers that count as the score.
Whitman makes the second of hers. She misses the first. And Dexter with the press break, and they get it across. Down low, shot put up, no good. Young with the rebound, out to Rice. Rice pushes forward, gets it to Hennard, left wing. Puts a shot up, and it's going to be short. Come off the iron, rebounded by Dexter. And Tatum going to keep the pressure up. Taken away by Hennard. She puts up a layup on the left-hand side, gets pushed from behind, so she'll go to the line. She does miss that layup, but she will go to the line for 2.
And you kind of got to feel a little bit for Dexter. They're a really good passing team. They get it down court just like they should, and they just have not been able to finish, missing that last layup there.
Well, and they've had some good looks off of the press break, especially down court. So Hennard at the line for 2. First one up and good. That'll make it 18-2 with 52 seconds remaining here in the first quarter. Second one's up and rattles around and out. Dexter with the rebound. They're trying to break the press, and it looks like they're going to be able to. And that's going to be Fuentes that gets across. She passes it to Duran. Duran with the shot. No good. A little long. A fight for the rebound. Dexter comes down with it. Shot up, three-pointer, no good. And comes off of Tatum. It's going to be Dexter's ball here. Good hustle play here by Dexter, though. They're looking to get the ball in. It comes in and it bounces around. They try to throw it into the left wing. And they're going to get Hennard on the foul. As looked like a 50-50 ball to me.
It did. Both players going for it as she was battling with Miramontes. Non-shooting foul.
So that it will be the 5th foul on Tatum, but that's Hennard's second. So they will have to sub her out with 28 seconds remaining here in the first half. Ball comes in over the top, and that's going to be to Carrillo. She's going to dribble to the right side. A little push off there. And then picks up her dribble, and Whitman is all over her. And she does get it out. Another ball's picked up, and she's going to walk with it. She sure did. She took that back step back. So it'll be Tatum's ball with 16 seconds remaining here in these. Is it the first quarter?
First
still?
quarter.
First quarter. Rice gets across the timeline, left wing to Whitman, back up to Rice, over to Young. Young down to Weir. Weir up top to Rice, and she gets hit in the face. She puts up a shot, no good. And it's going to go out of bounds, and that's going to be the end of the first quarter, Alan.
She'll tell you later in the game that was a lob pass inside to Georgia Weir. We do get to the end of one, though, and it is all Tatum, 18-2, back after this.
Eunice Pump and Supply has been around for over 30 years and is excited to continue their services to the community. They take pride in their employees and their hard work and dedication, and most importantly, take pride in the youth of Lee County. Eunice Pump and Supply is a proud supporter of all Lee County athletics and academics. Eunice Pump and Supply, 1310 Avenue O in Eunice, another proud supporter of Lee County athletics.
The Tatum Health Clinic supports all Tatum athletics. Bring home that state championship. Your health is to be taken seriously, which is why the staff at the Tatum Health Clinic cares most. Whether it's a cough or serious flu you have, the Tatum Health Clinic will help. Call for an appointment at 398-2111 or just stop by. The entire town of Tatum is with you. This live play-by-play is brought to you by the Tatum Health Clinic.
And we are back, and Patrick, you know what jumps out at me is, first off, as I mentioned, Tatum quicker. They're getting offensive rebounds. Dexter's making great passes, but they're just not able to get anything to drop. The only field goal, Karina Fuentes at 2 early on, and that's been it. But it's not for a lack of effort from Dexter, as much as it is the iron has been unkind, and they're just not as sharp shooting as they are passing.
Well, it looks like they're trying to rush everything to me. They do come in with a good inbound play. They put it up off the glass, no good. Just another one where she probably rushed a little bit and just missed was Miramontes. Tatum comes the other way. Villasenor back side to Weir. She puts it up. It's going to be blocked out of bounds.
Miramontes with a good hustle play to get back down court and make a defensive stop, and you got to have those if you're Dexter right now.
You do. You need everything going your way. Inbounding is going to be Rice. She gets it up top to Young. Over right wing, Villasenor. She goes up top. Whitman, 3-ball on the way, and good.
That's a dagger right there.
That one's tough. That one's tough, especially when you have a press on that's really getting hard to get across on.
Yeah.
Carrillo does get it across the timeline on the right-hand side, but Whitman is all over her. And she's trying to go somewhere with it. She does get it down low. Baseline, a little reverse layup, put up, no good again. And Weir with the rebound out to Rice. Rice going to push it forward. She's going to take it into the lane. Little layup, put up, no good. She was just in front of the basket, couldn't quite get an angle on it. Coming the other way is going to be Jimenez. Jimenez runs into a double team, gives it to Miramontes, put up and good.
They get one to drop.
She sure did, and that was a good play by Miramontes. So she's going to have an opportunity to make it a three-point play the old-fashioned way at the line.
I think the foul is on Villasenor.
Oh, did they give that to Villasenor?
I thought he said 1-1. I may be wrong.
No, I believe you're right. I thought that was on Rice. The free throw's up and off the back of the iron again. And coming in hard was Rice, knocking it out of bounds. So it'll stay Dexter's ball. Throwing it in will be Duran for Dexter. And they get a stack, and everybody breaks out and having a hard time getting the ball in. It's going to go to mid-court and out of bounds. So it'll be Tatum's ball. Right back where it came from, as nobody touched it. So Whitman into Rice. Rice breaks the timeline. Over to Whitman, back to Rice. Rice right wing to Young. Young back up top, tries to get it to Rice and taken away by Dexter. Good heads-up play by Carrillo. Carrillo takes it in the lane, and a hustle play there by Whitman as she knocks it out of bounds before she can put a layup up.
Nice job of picking the pocket.
It was, and not collecting a foul.
Yeah.
And ball comes into the corner, and a little lob inside. Weir takes away. Young gets it over to Whitman. Whitman going to break the timeline. Gets it up to Rice. Rice right wing, back up to Whitman. Whitman left wing to Young. Young high post and off the knee of Villasenor. She fights and gets it back, though. and gets it over to Whitman. She brings it into the lane, puts it out to Rice. We're on the baseline. Bounce pass underneath to Villasenor, and great play there by Tatum.
Yeah, nice assist and a good finish from Villasenor, and unofficially I thought it was 6.
And the pressure again creates a turnover, so it's going to be Tatum's ball beneath the basket. And Rice will be inbounding it. Break. And Rice trying to get the ball in somewhere, so she finally does to Villasenor up top. Back to Rice in the corner. Whitman up top. Over right wing to Young. Down low to Weir. Weir takes a bounce. Not able to get it, but she gets her own rebound, puts it up, and good. So good play there by Weir. And the pressure again by the Tatum Lady Coyotes defense is really making Dexter struggle here. Carrillo does break it by herself. She goes into the lane, puts up a shot, and they're going to call a block. I believe that's going to be on Aubrey Young.
I think so. And it is.
So that'll be her first personal.
And I think that's 7 on Tatum.
It is on 7 on Tatum, and that'll put them at the line the rest of the way here in the first half. So at the line is going to be Carrillo for Dexter. First one's up. And off the right side, no good.
So the shooting woes continue for the Demons. They are an excellent passing team, but they have had a hard time hitting field goals and free throws in this game so far.
They have not been able to finish. Second one's up and rattles around, no good. Villasenor fights for the rebound and gets it. Rice goes and gets it from her. Rice going to bring it across the timeline herself. Left wing to Whitman. Whitman back to Rice. Rice going to go back to Whitman on the left-hand side. Back up top to Rice. Villasenor wants it. And they get down low to Weir. Back up top to Rice. Over to Whitman. Whitman back to Rice. Back to Whitman. Back to Rice. They're going to pressure out. Dexter is. And taken away by Dexter. And they just throw it out. And Aubrey Young's going to be faster. And it's going to be knocked out of bounds by Dexter. Young is going to hurt her knee on that one.
Yeah, boy, I tell you, you can see the pain on her face, 0 there, diving for it. And, it was not a bad pass, but you take a chance just getting it out there, and you want to do that as quick as you can, but she had to run and catch up with it.
Right, and Young was faster. She got to the ball first. Good effort by Carrillo to knock it out. Left wing is Whitman. Whitman back up top to Rice. Rice right wing to Tucker. Down low to Villasenor. Villasenor double team. She works out of it, puts it up, and good. Good play, good strong play there by Villasenor. They throw it up. Villasenor going to take it the other way. Intercepted pass. Villasenor takes it into the lane. Pulls up, a little up and under. No good. And Miramontes with the ball on the right-hand side. And they're going to call a foul.
Probably going to go on Villasenor, but, man, this Tatum press is relentless, and they don't even care what the score is.
They don't, but that's going to be 3 on Villasenor. So she will have to come out of the game.
23-point advantage for the home team here.
27-4 with 4:24 remaining, but one way to get back into this is get to the free throw line,
right.
And they're there the entire time for Dexter until halftime. So at the line is going to be Miramontes. She struggled 0 for 3 at the free throw line. First one's up and good. So 27-5 here. Miramontes at the line for her second. She puts it up and misses. Fight for the rebound, and Rice going to come away with it. Gets hit in the face and then gets it out to Tucker. Tucker to Weir. Weir right side, down low to Bayonne. Bayonne puts it up, no good. Weir with fighting for the rebound, and it's going to be a jump ball.
Man, great pass ahead to Bayonne and just an in-and-out type finish on that one.
Sure was.
But
I thought
great
she had
look.
got that. Yeah, I thought she had gotten that one in. Rice going to inbound. It's going to stay Tatum's ball. Comes into Bayonne in the corner. Back to Rice. Rice is trapped. And they're going to call another jump ball, and that's going to go to Dexter. So Tatum going to keep the full court press on, though. And they're going to go long ball over the top and taken away by Rice like she's a defender there, a cornerback or something in football. Rebound by Dexter. And Tatum backs off. Carrillo going to bring it across the timeline. Takes it down the line, and it's going to go off of her out of bounds. And just good pressure there. Comes into Rice. Rice going to bring it down court. She breaks the timeline. Goes over left wing to Whitman. Whitman going to dribble towards the lane and then knocked away.
Yeah,
And
she lost the handle on it too. And then off another Tatum player, number 12 into the ball game. That's Bayonne. And so a little tough time keeping control of the basketball there for the Coyotes, and we have a whistle.
And not sure what this one's about because Dexter was about to have a breakaway there.
And they have the ball now.
And they do get the ball in to Miramontes, and they're going to get Sydney Rice on a cheap little foul there.
Both teams are in the bonus now.
You know, one more, though, on Tatum, and it's going to be a double bonus.
Right.
They'll shoot 2 no matter what. They put Miramontes at the line again.
I noticed you chatting with Valeria Mariscal. What did she tell you about her injury?
So she said that she hurt her ankle at practice on Wednesday and wanted to play. So she did and then re-injured it. So
Miramontes, meantime, hits the free throw, but that's a good update right there. So it was a little bit predisposed to injury when she was playing last night.
It was. Second one up, no good, and rebounded by Rice. Rice comes flying out of the pack with it. She pulls it up right across the timeline. And they're going to call a carry on Rice. You know, you don't see that called much anymore.
You don't, and it reminds me of the days when it was called palming.
Right. So inbounding is going to be Prieto for Dexter. And she does get it in. That's going to be to Fuentes. Fuentes gets the pass down, but Jimenez dribbles it back out. She's on the baseline. A little reverse layup, puts it up, and good. So good play there by Jimenez. That's her first points of the game. Whitman going to bring it across the timeline. Gets it up top to Rice. Rice to Tucker. Down low to Bayonne. And nice breaking play there by Weir. She puts it up, going to get fouled. Doesn't go, but she will be at the line for 2.
And Durant had to foul. Otherwise, she's going to go up and lay that in.
It was a good cut. Really good cut. So Weir will be at the line for 2. First one's up and good. Good looking shot there by Weir. And I actually have Duran having 2 fouls. They only show 1 on the scoreboard, but I have 2. So we're at the line for her second. She puts it up and beautiful. The net barely moved. That thing went down so smooth. Ball comes in quick, and Jimenez is wide open. She's going to take it in. Puts up a shot, and it's partially blocked. Goes out of bounds, and it's going to stay Dexter's ball. Carrillo going to inbound underneath the basket. Having a hard time getting it in. It bounces around, and Dexter with the ball underneath, and there's going to be a foul there.
So Prieto goes to the line, and she was in a lot of traffic when she got that inbounds pass and just took it up, drew contact, and gets the trip to the stripe.
Well, and that's exactly what you want to do there. She's triple teamed. There's not a whole lot she can do.
Right. If you stand there, you're going to get a 5-second call or 3 seconds in the lane. So she did the right thing, put it up, but missed the first free throw.
And the ball bounces off of her foot on the dribble, and really that should be her second opportunity and turned over, but they're going to give her another one.
Nice of them considering they're down big here.
Second one up, no good. And a fight for the rebound. Bayonne comes out with it. She gives it to Tucker. Gets it up to Young. Young pulls it up. Gets it over to Whitman. Whitman over to Bayonne. Left corner. Then to Weir. Weir with the bounce pass back to her, and it's going to be knocked out. Oh, they're going to call a jump ball there. And it should stay Tatum's ball, I believe. So Whitman will inbound for Tatum underneath the basket. And coming in for Dexter will be number 20, and that's Gomez. She's going to come in for Fuentes. Whitman goes up top to Young. Young back to Whitman in the corner. She's dribbled around the three-point line. Ball comes in high post to Weir. To Tucker. Whitman, three ball on the way. It's going to be short. Rebounded by Bayon. She gets blocked, but Young comes out with the ball. A little crossover by Whitman. Back up top to Young. Young into the high post to Weir. Weir dribbles into the lane. Gets it back to Young. Back to Weir. And there's going to be a jump ball. There's just not enough action there by Tatum to get that one moving.
We've had a lot of tie-ups here in this first half.
We sure have. So it'll be a Dexter inbound, and Tatum going to press it again. They do get it in, and that's going to be Gomez. Gomez brings it into the free throw line, and then, well, she does end up collecting it, giving it to Miramontes. She puts it up and count it. So Miramontes with another and one opportunity here. And that's going to be a foul on Weir. That's her second personal.
Little run here for Dexter. It was 27-4, now 29-10. So Tatum's put up 2 to their 6.
And Miramontes is good on that one. And I do believe that Miramontes is going to have to be the scorer for Dexter.
Yep, I've got her with 7 in the game.
Yes, sir.
And they have 11, so that tells you something.
Whitman at the top of the key, over to Young, left wing, high post to Weir. And it's going to be a jump ball. It's going to stay Tatum's ball.
And I'll tell you, with the fouls and the bonus free throws and the tie possessions, it'll really lengthen a quarter. This second quarter has been a long one and still 1:53.
Sure has. It's going to be a pass to Bayon on the baseline, puts it up and good. Good shot there by Bayon. Her first 2 of the game. And the pressure by Tatum again.
Good help.
And Miramontes trying to break the press, and she gets it over to Carrillo. They get it across. Carrillo going to take it towards the lane. And she takes it into the corner. She's looking for somewhere to go. She goes down low. And a pass away, and it's going to be too far, intended for Gomez on the sideline.
Boy, I'll tell you, that Maritiza Jimenez, number 5, their little point guard, has played most of this half. And she's got to be getting a little bit worn out. She's a hustling player and a pretty good little point guard, but overthrew her teammate on that one.
You know, she's played a lot of minutes already. Over to the right wing to Tucker, to Bayon, then to Weir. Weir bounces it, gives it back out to Tucker, top to Whitman, over to Young, back to Weir inside. And she's going to get they're going to call a foul there on number 10. That's going to be on Duran. That's the third I show for her. So it will be 1-1 for, they're going to say, no, that was 0-0. So that'll be the first on Carrillo.
And double-digit fouls called on Dexter. And, you know, they stopped the count there at 10, so it could be 11, 12.
Well, that's 8 on Dexter.
Oh, that's 8. Oh, I'm looking at Tatum's side. They've got 10.
So we're at the line for the 1-1. First one's up and right down the middle. My goodness, she is about
nice stroke.
About the most pure free throw shooter I've seen in a long time. Second one is up and right down the middle. And their pressure is back on by Tatum, and they get it into Miramontes. Miramontes trying to break the press. She's using a screen and can't quite get it across. She does give it over to Jimenez. Jimenez crosses the timeline, goes down the right-hand side. Taken away by Tucker. Tucker to Young. Young up to Whitman. Takes it left-handed dribble. Puts a shot up and gets fouled. That's going to be on Carrillo. That's 2 quick ones on Carrillo. So we'll put Whitman at the line for 2. Or for a 1-1. No, for 2. She was shooting. So Whitman at the line.
The 9th foul on Dexter.
First one's up and good. That's going to give her 5 points on the game. And the second one for Whitman. She puts it up and good. So press back on. Jimenez gets the ball. She uses the screen, gets across the timeline. And takes it to the baseline. Another, nice little dish there. They go outside to Miramontes. Puts it up, no good. But Jimenez was there for the rebound, the smallest one on the court. Then Whitman gets it. Gets it over to Tucker, back to Whitman. 30 seconds remaining here in the first half. Over to Young, back up to Whitman. Over to Tucker. Tucker back to Whitman. Over to Young. Back to Whitman. Tucker. Bayonne on the baseline. Then to Weir down low. She turns and puts it up. No good. And she gets her own rebound. Gives it to Young. And they're going to call a walk there on Whitman.
And she has a really good head and shoulders fake that she has used the whole first half. They got her on that one, but she has a really quick fake, and we saw it right there.
And the home run ball by Dexter goes on the sideline and out of bounds. So with 4.8 remaining here in the first half, Tatum up 35-11. Ball comes in to Whitman. She's going to push. Gets it over to Bayonne. 3-ball on the way up and no good, short. And that's how it'll win the first half, 35-11, Tatum on top.
So we'll see what the second half holds, but really if you're Tatum, all you really got to do from this point on, unless they go on a major scoring run, is come out and hold court. I mean, you can afford to trade baskets with them in the second half. Now, they're not going to do that, but they could. And so they're in a nice, comfortable spot here right now. And I think Dexter left a lot of points out there that they might have had to get some shots to fall, because they're a really good passing team. They just had a hard time completing the play, and you have to finish. And the result is a 24-point disadvantage for them and an advantage for Tatum as we hit the break here.
Well, it just looks like Dexter, you know, they were breaking the press at times and were able to get some good looks. They just looked like they were pressing their shots, just trying too hard to get them in too quick.
Yeah, and part of that is the tempo that Tatum likes, because when they miss a shot and you're going up court, they're on you. They don't waste any time. So you're feeling that pressure from them, and that'll make you try to speed up a little bit.
Well, it does. And Tatum, their counterattack, I mean, they get a rebound and they're pushing.
Yeah, they're gone.
So it's hard to play them offense and defense against them, because they're going to push the ball the entire time.
That's true. We're going to let you hear from our sponsors, and we'll be back with more halftime chatter here as we get set for the second half. But first two quarters, all Tatum, and it's 35-11 at the break. Thanks for watching and listening to Tatum Varsity Girls Basketball on the World Wide Web.
Tatum Schools are a proud sponsor of this live broadcast. Tatum Schools are proud of every single student and their dedication in the classroom and on the court. You've made Tatum and Lee County very proud. All your hard work is paying off. Go get that state title and bring it home to Tatum. The entire staff, faculty, and administration wish you the best of luck. This live broadcast is brought to you in part by the Tatum Schools. Go Coyotes!
Lasco Construction is a proud partner in education in Lee County. Lasco Construction is your hometown construction company. Lasco Construction encourages you and business owners to support Tatum, Jow, Lovington, Eunice, and Hobbs businesses. Buy as much as you can locally, which is why Lasco Construction always supports the youth of Lee County. Lasco Construction supports you. Call 393-9161 for all your construction needs. Support your community.
Remember, kid, there's heroes and there's legends. Heroes get remembered, but legends never die.
Legendary Services would like everyone to recognize the Tatum Coyote team and coaches for a season filled with hard work and dedication. Everyone at Legendary Services is extremely proud of each and every one of you. Best of luck in this game and shoot for a finish in a legendary way.
Now Pharmacy, a name you've trusted for more than 75 years. That kind of history only happens with consistency, service, and local engagement. Now Pharmacy has supported local youth and sports programs for more than 75 years. When you need a pharmacist, you can trust that Now Pharmacy will be there for your needs. Go by Now Pharmacy, located at 122 West Adams in Lovington today. Now Pharmacy, a proud supporter of the Tatum Coyotes.
Remember, kid, there's heroes and there's legends. Heroes get remembered, but but legends never die.
Legendary Services would like everyone to recognize the Tatum Coyote team and coaches for a season filled with hard work and dedication. Everyone at Legendary Services is extremely proud of each and every one of you. Best of luck in this game and shoot for a finish in a legendary way.
Lasco Construction is a proud partner in education in Lee County. Lasco Construction is your hometown construction company. Lasco Construction encourages you and business owners to support Tatum, Jow, Lovington, Eunice, and Hobbs businesses. Buy as much as you can locally, which is why Lasco Construction always supports the youth of Lee County. Lasco Construction supports you. Call 393-9161 for all your construction needs. Support your community.
Tatum Schools are a proud sponsor of this live broadcast. Tatum Schools are proud of every single student and their dedication in the classroom and on the court. You've made Tatum and Lee County very proud. All your hard work is paying off. Go get that state title and bring it home to Tatum. The entire staff, faculty, and administration wish you the best of luck. This live broadcast is brought to you in part by the Tatum Schools. Go Coyotes!
And the Coyotes have gone in the first half and almost run away and hidden from the Dexter Lady Demons. And it's not for a lack of effort, but the rim has been unkind to them. I'm impressed with their passing, and they've just had a rough time getting shots to stay in. They've had many go in and out. Tatum's had a few. But Tatum faring much better. And, of course, it is their home gym. You'd expect them to have a better field goal percentage, and they certainly do. And they've hit more free throws as well. And you put all that together, and you get a 35-11 halftime score. And Patrick Alexander back with us here to do some games last night and this afternoon. And we very much appreciate that, considering the fact that you don't work for us anymore. And we miss you around there, man. But I wanted to chat with you a little about what's been going on in your world. And I don't know if you still have boys playing soccer, but Lovington made some more noise this last time around there and won the thing.
Finally got it done. Third time was a charm. It took some time, but they're going to be tough for a few years here. That team was young.
And what did you think about the World Cup, man? I watched that, and the more I watch it, because I kind of poo-pooed on soccer, I think it takes some kids off the football field, but the more I watched it, the more I realized the strategy and the playmaking and the talent that it takes. And I have to admit, the World Cup was exciting. I enjoyed it. USA had a pretty decent run. And then you had some people that no one would expect making it to the final, knocking out teams like England and, winning the thing. And I thought it was really interesting, pretty good. What did you think?
The thing is the American team, this next cycle will be their prime cycle, which it's going to be in the U.S. So how ironic, right?
Uh-huh.
But, yeah, there was a lot of upsets that surprised me. I couldn't believe some of them. I thought Germany would have a good run, and Germany doesn't even make it out of the group stage.
Right.
So
France had a heck of a run, didn't they?
They did. Well, they made the championship game and then got beat by Argentina.
Yeah, Argentina was the other team I was trying to think of. I was going to say Portugal. But it was very interesting, and I thought, well, this will come down to the same old familiar names, even if you don't know much about the work, but it really didn't.
No, it really didn't. I think Argentina, with Messi, this is his last World Cup, so I thought that this might be their year to do it. But you can't ever count out France and Mbappe. He's incredible.
And the support, we think we appreciate professional football here, Man, it's life and death. It's blood in a lot of these other countries. They really back their teams. And the interesting matchup to me was when the U.S. had to take on Iran, given our history with Iran and Iraq and, the things that have gone on historically off the soccer field. But I thought that was a particularly interesting matchup right there, to have to play them to advance.
It's really funny how you put politics to the side for the World Cup.
Yeah.
But it's the largest showcase of talent in the world. It just is.
Yeah. And, man, you realize, too, how large that soccer field is and how much running is involved. And you've got to be in shape. And then somewhere along the line, you have to avoid that urge to use your hands. It's all with your feet, man. These are talented guys. Your first urge for most people, I just want to grab it, and you can't do that.
So growing up, we didn't have soccer really. We played a little bit, but it was
recess
all football.
on the playground. Yeah,
it was all football. So it took me some time to adjust to it also. But the tactics and the way that soccer is played. I absolutely love it.
Yeah, and it's growing on me, man. I'm going to have to say I'm starting to enjoy it. And I've done enough girls volleyball games here, too, that I'm really starting to enjoy that. And there's a lot of action there. Sometimes the smallest player on the court will get a rebound out here. Sometimes the girls volleyball game, the shortest, smallest player on the court will spike it and hit a kill shot, and you're going, what?
Where did she come from?
Yeah.
That's right.
We're back to the task at hand, though, and that is basketball, and it's a little one-sided here. We'll see if Dexter's got any gas in the tank here to make a comeback in the third, and Tatum just looking to shut him down.
So Dexter will get the ball coming in, and they try to go over the top, and it ends up finding the hands of Miramontes on the baseline. She tries to bounce pass down low. She does get it. They kick out. Three-pointer on the way. Up and no good. Rebounded by Hennard. Hennard going to push the ball forward. She gives it over to Rice. Rice coming on the left-hand side. Breaks the timeline over to the left wing. Whitman head fake. Goes back to Rice. Over to Hennard. Villasenor baseline. Pulls it back out. Gives it to Hennard. Three ball on the way. No good. Rebounded by Villasenor. She puts it up. No good. And a fight for the rebound there. And they've got her trapped underneath. They do get it out to Jimenez. Jimenez could have been trapped there too, but she breaks it, and they're going to call a carry on her that time.
And she broke away, and there was really nowhere to go, and then finally able to get up the sideline only to turn the ball over.
Right. So coming back in the game is going to be Prieto for Jimenez. Tatum's ball. They get it into Hennard. Hennard goes left wing to Whitman. Back up to Hennard. Right wing to Rice. Back to Hennard. Hennard down low to Weir. Weir dribbles to the baseline. Gives it to Villasenor. Villasenor goes up and is going to get fouled by Miramontes. So strong move. Strong move there by Villasenor, getting back towards the lane. But that is one thing we have seen her do many, many times.
And, you come out after the break as Dexter, and you're down big, but they are energized coming out, after the break, and then still have not been able to get a basket. And Tatum gets a trip to the free throw stripe, and wondering if we're going to see bonus free throws through the majority of this second half as we did in the first.
Well, that was a quick foul. Villasenor's second one's up and good. She does miss the first one, but that will start the scoring here in the second. And they go over the top, snowball action, and runs out of real estate. She steps on the end line, so it will be Tatum's ball. The pressure by Tatum just too much right now for Dexter.
And Dexter is quick to look at opportunities. They're good at passing the ball, getting it down court, but again have had issues finishing.
So Hennard going to break the timeline over to the left wing to Whitman. She dribbles in, gives it to Weir on the baseline. Back up top to Hennard. Right wing, Rice. Up high post, Villasenor puts a little floater up, no good. Gets her own rebound, puts it up and in. So Villasenor, she had 8 in the first half. She's up to 11 points. Carrillo trying to break the press, and Whitman knocks it out, but she does get it back. Takes it to the baseline. Pushes off. Baseline jumper, no good. Rebounded by Rice. Rice going to spin out and push it forward. Gets it across the timeline. Goes to Villasenor. She takes it baseline. Good move there and puts it up and in. So Villasenor with 2 more. And taken away on the inbound by Villasenor. Gives it to Hennard. Out right wing. Whitman 3-ball on the way up and rattles around. No good. Rebounded by Duran. Duran gives it over to Carrillo. Carrillo going to slow it down. She's going to jog across the timeline here. And looks for a screen, but she goes away from it. Gets it down to the right wing. And Whitman all over her. She takes it to the baseline, loses control, out of bounds. So good pressure again by Tatum.
Tough break. And, a couple of possessions ago, Patrick, we saw a shot baseline right by Dexter. You would think it's impossible to bank it from there. Right. But it came off the glass and almost went in.
It did. Rice up top over right wing. Hennard just takes it in. Little layup, puts it up and good. So good move there by Hennard. And Tatum does drop the press off some. Not Whitman, though. She's all over. Carrillo takes it away. And Whitman coming the other way. She's going to have a layup. Pulls up, jump stop, puts it up and in.
Smart thing to take that jump stop, set yourself, and don't blow that shot.
And Rice takes it away this time, and Dexter gets it back. As Prieto takes it left side, she gives it in. A little floater up and off the board, no good. Rebounded there by Fuentes, who puts it back up and gets fouled. That's going to be on Weir. That's her third personal.
I'll tell you, I said that Dexter had some energy, but it's Tatum again doing the scoring, Patrick. The lead now 33.
It is, and Fuentes had 2 in the first half, so this will be her chance for 3 and 4 more.
We may get a running clock here.
You know, we did last night.
You did.
First one's up and no good off the right-hand side. Coming back in is going to be Jimenez for Dexter. Going out will be Prieto. Oh, the second one by Fuentes is up and no good. And they get their own rebound, and that's going to be, who was that? That was Duran with the rebound, puts it up and makes it. Going to get fouled.
Her first basket, and she has a chance for the old-fashioned three-point play.
And that's going to be on Villasenor, and I have her with 4.
And were the score closer, you'd be a little more nervous about that, but.
And she puts her free throw up and makes it, so her first 3 points of the game.
That was a heck of an offensive rebound and putback.
It sure was.
And a nice job finishing there at the free throw line.
So 44-14, 30-point game here. 5:06 remaining here in the third quarter. Hennard going to break the timeline. She tries to get it to Weir. Rice is able to save it to Weir, puts it up high off the glass, no good. And a fight for the rebound. Rice comes out with it, goes into the corner, and she picks up her dribble. And they're going to call a foul on Rice. And that's going to be her third foul on Rice. But she is about tired of getting hit.
Right.
So she threw a little elbow into her and picked up the foul. And they're going to try to get it in. They do get it in. Comes right back to Creo. She's going to break the timeline. Coming across the court, right-hand side, gives it out to Prieto. Prieto looked like she double dribbled to me. Tucker takes it away and then throws it away. They go down low. Back out, left wing, 3 ball on the way, up and no good. Short. Miramontes in good block out there to get the rebound. Goes back up and knocked out off of Tatum.
Yeah, as quick as she could get that up, they knocked it away and the hands got up, but not the ball.
Great hands. Shot put up and rebounded by Whitman. She's going to force it down the left-hand side. Carrillo guarding her there. Gives it to Rice up top. Rice going to dribble towards the lane. Gives it back to Whitman. Whitman going to try to get it down low to Weir. Not able to. Tucker coming off of a screen. Loses the handle. Picks it up and then gets it over to Hennard. Hennard up top to Whitman. Whitman takes it into the lane. She puts up a shot and it's going to be knocked away, but she's going to get fouled.
And she was fouled twice, actually, on that trip to the basket. They called the second one.
Well, they're going to call the one on the floor, so Fuentes has 2. And Rice will inbound for Tatum. She goes into Hennard, right wing. She goes high post to Weir. Bounce pass, trying to get Hennard underneath. She does, out to Rice. Rice puts up a shot, up a little bit short. And ball comes right back out to Rice at midcourt. She's going to spin around and gets it over to Hennard. And Hennard's going to take it baseline, puts up a little floater up and falls. My goodness. I
got the shooter's roll.
Good shot there. And Tatum back with that full court press, and it is a lot for Dexter to handle. They switch everything back here. They do get it across the timeline. Prieto on the right-hand side. She spins towards the lane, puts up a shot, and that's going to be a foul on Rice. So that's going to be her 4th personal also.
So she and Villasenor then with 4 each.
They do, and 4 team fouls already here in the second half.
And it looks like 2 on the Demons.
So that will put Prieto at the line for 2.
And the lead was right in the low 20s first half. Here in the second half, right around that 30-point mark for Tatum. They're flirting with the 35-point mercy rule, but not quite there yet.
Not quite, and every time they get close, it seems like Dexter gets a run and prevents it. So Prieto misses the first one. The second one's up and no good also. The ball comes out deep to Dexter. Miramontes gets it down low. Little turning shot put up off the glass. Nice shot there by Duran.
Pretty.
So Duran with 5 points here in the second half. And Hennard gets across the timeline. Gets a screen from Tucker. Gets it up top to Whitman. Whitman out to Young. Young up and under. Takes it into the lane. Puts up a little layup. Going to get knocked out of bounds, but she's going to get fouled. So put Young at the line for 2.
And that was good use of her offhand there by Tatum. When you go in, even if you're not left-handed, and I don't think she is
not.
Use that left hand and it draws the foul. If you try to go with your favorite hand, right-hand side, they may block that shot.
That's right. First one's up and short. And that's going to be 3 fouls on Fuentes.
Aubrey Young is who I'm talking about at the line.
Second one up and short also. Rebounded by Duran. They throw it deep and taken away by Young. And then taken back away by Prieto. Prieto takes it towards the lane, knocked away by Whitman. And the ball comes out into Hennard's hands as Tatum was pressing that hard. Hennard with her eyes up all the time, trying to figure out where to go with it. She gets it over to Whitman, left wing. Gets it up top to Tucker, over right wing to Hennard. And Young comes off of a screen, not able to run that one down before Dexter gets it. Whitman and Prieto fighting for it. Off of the floor, she gets it over Miramontes to Duran, down low, puts it up, no good. And there's a jump ball there.
And Prieto is taking some bumps here. She's a hustler. She got back down the floor to tie that one up.
Smallest one on the court, but she might have the biggest heart.
Yeah, made that last pass from the seat of her pants out there.
She sure did. After hustling to get it. So Dexter with the full court press on now. And Whitman looking to get it out. And she does to Bayon. Bayon gives it back to Whitman. Whitman going to dribble it across the timeline. Being guarded by Miramontes. She gets picked up. And gets it to Hennard in the corner. She dribbles into the lane, puts up a shot, and she gets fouled. They're going to say that was on the ground. Is that right?
That shot very nearly went in on the runner. So whether it would have counted or not, I don't know.
They're going to call that foul on Miramontes. So they did not call it on the shot. So Whitman gets it into Weir. Weir on the baseline. She puts up a shot, up and no good. And rebounded. And a walk there. Yep, she pivoted on both feet. You can't do that. And that was Fuentes with the turnover. It'll be Tatum's ball on the sideline.
Yeah, and that's the thing about basketball. You have to, once you establish that pivot foot, you're committed. You're locked into it.
You can't use another one. That's the one you have. So Tatum comes into Bayon. She puts up a shot, and good. Good shot there by Bayon. That's her 4th point. And Dexter over the top. Tatum wasn't ready for her to run the floor. Duran puts up a shot, and she's going to get fouled on the way up. And I believe that's going to be on Weir. That will be on Weir, and I've got 4 on her also. So foul trouble here for Tatum. 48-16, and puts Duran at the line for 2. First one's up, and no good. So Tucker will come in for Weir, who's in foul trouble now. One more here for Duran. Duran takes her time, puts it up, and no good again. And rebounded by Bayon. She gets it up to Whitman. Whitman left-handed. She pulls up, gives it over to Hennard. Hennard breaks the timeline. Pass over to Young. Young gives it to Tucker. Tucker over to Hennard. Hennard up top to Whitman. Young dribbles towards the top of the key. And they're going to call an offensive foul on her.
That tendency to use that elbow to protect yourself, and they got her on that one.
So that's going to be 2 on Young, and it's Dexter's ball, and Tatum's going to keep the press on, and they just throw it over the top. Prieto trying to run it down. She does, puts up a shot, and they're going to call another quick foul on Young.
Yeah, and she's been on the radar of these officials this afternoon. Once you're on their radar, they're going to get you.
They sure are.
Whether you fouled or not sometimes.
Well, it looked like it could have been a foul, so it's a foul.
Yeah.
So 0 for 4 is Prieto from the line. Her first one's up. And no good. So 0 for 5 right now is
The
Prieto.
shooting woes continue because despite the fact that Dexter has looked like they've had a little momentum here lately, still down 32.
Second one's up, no good, and fight for the rebound. And Young tries to save it in the corner, not able to. It's going to stay Dexter's ball.
Henard smiling at the ref like, I know you could have called that on me. Thank you for not doing it.
Right, right. We had arms hooked, but thanks for not calling it.
Right.
Ball comes in underneath to Prieto. Shot up, no good, and ball comes out to Duran. She'll put it up and in. So Duran with 2 more there.
She's had a good second half.
She sure has. She didn't score in the first half. And Henard puts up a layup, and they're going to call a charge on her as Miramontes was just standing there waiting for her to come into her.
Took the blow and maintained her position. And, the trend the last couple of trips has been offensive fouls on Tatum.
So it's Dexter's ball, and they'll throw it deep again, and they get Prieto on the run. She gets to it and then kicks it back out to Duran. Duran takes it into the lane, puts it up off the glass, no good. Tucker with the rebound. Tucker out to Henard. Henard going to push on the right-hand side. She looks up, finds Bayona, and just out of her reach. Good look there. And they're going to say that goes out off of Tatum.
And so they do have enough time, Dexter, to get a fast break, but not a lot of time, under 10 left.
8.7 remaining. Miramontes breaks, and she gets it into the lane. She pulls up, puts it up, no good. And 1 second, they throw it up, Prieto does, and that's going to be the end of the third, 48-18. 30-point lead by the Lady Coyotes.
So we will head to the fourth, and one thing that Dexter did do, they were able to avoid that running clock, which would shorten the game and any chance they have of trying to make a run here, but it would have to be a huge run, and I don't know if a whole quarter, really the way Tatum is playing defensively, a whole quarter might not be enough. Even if Tatum didn't score again, it might not be enough time for Dexter to make the comeback.
Well, not the way they've been shooting in these first 3 quarters, but then again, you do have Dexter in the bonus the entire rest of the game.
Right.
So
it's not over.
So non-timed points are hard to combat.
That's true. Breaking the action as we head to the fourth. We'll let you hear from our sponsors and then more coverage of Tatum girls varsity basketball on HobbsAmerica.com and the Tatum Sports YouTube channel.
Now Pharmacy, a name you've trusted for more than 75 years. That kind of history only happens with consistency, service, and local engagement. Now Pharmacy has supported local youth and sports programs for more than 75 years. When you need a pharmacist, you can trust that Now Pharmacy will be there for your needs. Go by Now Pharmacy, located at 122 West Adams in Lovington today. Now Pharmacy, a proud supporter of the Tatum Coyotes.
Eunice Pump and Supply has been around for over 30 years and is excited to continue their services to the community. They take pride in their employees and their hard work and dedication, and most importantly, take pride in the youth of Lee County. Eunice Pump and Supply is a proud supporter of all Lee County athletics and academics. Eunice Pump and Supply, 1310 Avenue O in Eunice, another proud supporter of Lee County athletics.
So Dexter's ball coming out of the quarter here. And Tatum going to put on a pressure again, as that's how they know how to play. They do get it in to Duran. Duran gives it back to Prieto. Prieto right-hand side at the wing. Gives it back to Duran. Duran going to take it into the lane. Got a little layup, puts it up and good. So Duran with 2 more. Young going to inbound for Tatum. It comes off to Bayon. Back to Young. Young going to spin and go the other way. Gives it to Henard. Henard going to break to the right-hand side. She's going to take it into the lane. Kick out to Tucker in the corner. And they're going to call a foul over there on Miramontes. And I have 4 on Miramontes now. So Miramontes does all the scoring for Dexter in the first half, and then Duran picks it up in the second.
9 second-half points for Duran.
Whitman looking to get the ball in. She does to Bayon. Out to the wing to Tucker. She throws it to the corner, and Whitman wasn't prepared for it, so it goes out of bounds. It will be Dexter's ball.
Yeah, she's moving in the opposite direction from where the pass was going.
And Tatum figured it out. They've got Young pushed back so that they can't throw the home run ball anymore. Ball comes in Prieto. Prieto rakes across, crosses over, gets it across the timeline, goes to the left-hand side, pulls up, gives it out. Top of the key, that's going to be Fuentes. She gives it back to Prieto, left wing. Going down the lane is Prieto. She puts it up and no good. They're going to say it was on the floor.
Yeah, well before the shot. And I think that's 6 team fouls on the visitors.
And that's going to be 4 fouls there on Aubrey Young.
So 3 Coyotes have 4 fouls.
That's right. And at the line is going to be Prieto, which, you know, she's 0 for 6. So if you're going to put somebody at the line, that might be the one, too.
Right.
She's 0 for 7 now, but a rebound by Duran and blocked by Hennard. Taken away by Fuentes, out to Prieto, put up no good, and Hennard gets that one. She dribbles herself out, and she's going to get a cheap foul there
and
on
that's
Prieto.
It's that same situation, you know, I missed the layup, I got to hustle on defense, and you foul. Yeah, frustration foul. And Prieto plays hard. She just, her shot's a little bit flat, doesn't get over the rim.
Right. And a 5-second call going to be called on Tatum. Couldn't get one in.
First one of the afternoon. Good defense from Dexter on that play.
And the ball comes into Prieto. She brings it to the top of the key. And then hands it off to Carrillo. Carrillo comes around right-hand side. It gets a layup, puts it up and good. Good play there by Dexter. And Tatum gets the ball into Young. She breaks through. She's taking it down the court, crosses the timeline, and then she's going to get a cheap foul there by Fuentes. And that's going to be 4 on Fuentes.
And the Demons have cut into the biggest lead that Tatum had. I believe it was 34. And now you look up and it's 26. So they've outscored them by 8 in recent minutes.
So both teams in the bonus now, and it'll put Young at the line for a 1-and-1. Young puts it up, and good. Good looking free throw there.
Yeah, no rim involved at all on that one.
Not needed. A recommendation.
Oh, yeah. Just a guide. It's just a guide for you. You don't have to use it.
Young's second free throw. It's up and bounces off the front of the rim. Rebounded by Fuentes. Fuentes gets it out, and that's going to be to Duran. Duran's going to break the timeline, goes left-hand side. Takes it to the baseline, puts it up, and no good. And Young gets the rebound, gives it over to Hennard. Hennard with a head fake, and she's going to push forward. And Tatum's got numbers here. She pulls up and hits it right inside the three-point line. No good. Miramontes with the rebound. She crosses over right before half court. Gets across half court and goes to the right-hand side. She takes it down into the lane, puts it up off the glass. No good. Rebounded by Fuentes, and a foul going to be on Tucker. As it looks like they're using a double screen to get to the basket on the right-hand side. So you will put Fuentes at the line for 2. Fuentes is 0 for 2 on the day.
Be a lot of clock stoppages from here to the finish line, it appears.
6:12 remaining, and it might be 40 minutes.
Right.
Miramontes puts it up and makes the first one. Sorry, that's Fuentes, not Miramontes. Duran going to come out of the game, which may be surprising to me. The second one for Fuentes. She puts it up and in and out, no good, and knocked out of bounds by Tatum. 2 Tatum Coyotes fighting for the rebound. It's going to stay Dexter ball. 4 across at the free throw line for Dexter. And Carrillo throws it over the top, and it's taken away by Young. And there's going to be a jump ball. And it will be Tatum's ball. Full court pressure by Dexter now. And 3 subs coming in for Tatum. It's going to be Weir, Villasenor, and Rice. So Tatum going to put in the starters to finish this out.
Yeah, get some fresh legs out there.
That's right. Rice looking for somebody to come in. She gives it to Whitman. Ball's batted away, but it comes to Hennard. Hennard crosses the timeline. And very well could have been a carry there. Gets it to Weir in the corner. Weir bounce pass to Hennard, up and under, and good. Nice play there by Hennard.
The old give and go.
What a great pass there by Weir. And that's going to be on Carrillo, her 3rd personal. 8th team foul on Dexter. So Hennard to finish the old-fashioned three-point play, puts it up and no good. And Weir fights for the rebound there, but Dexter comes out with it. Miramonte is going to break the timeline. She comes across, takes it into the lane, and they're going to call a charge. Great job there by Rice, but she definitely took the blunt of that force.
Yeah, she did. And that's almost like when you're a quarterback and you know you're going to get hit, but you stay in there and make the throw knowing contact's coming. She knew she was going to get hit.
And that's going to foul Miramonte out of the game. So they'll put Duran back in. And Villasenor goes into the middle, gives it to Hennard. Down low to Weir. Weir going to let a girl go by and then put it up and in. Good job waiting for that one on by Georgia Weir.
I'm not so sure she didn't travel.
Could have been. Could have been. And taken away by Tatum. Villasenor comes out with it. Comes across the timeline. Gets it to Hennard, right wing. Villasenor, and then Rice, back door, wide open, puts it up and good.
And we got an injury here, and this young lady plays so hard. The tears are coming here for 0-0 Korea. She's hit the floor a couple times in this game. She's playing with an injury and in a heck of a lot of pain as she went off. It just tells you how much these kids hustle and how much the game means.
Lots of physicality. Prieto crosses the timeline. She goes to the right wing, then turns around and gives it up top. Fuentes with the 3-ball on the way up and no good. And Rice comes out with the rebound. Gets it to the sideline, runs it up. Pulls it up across the timeline. Gives it up top to Hennard. Over left wing to Whitman. Gives it to Villasenor. Villasenor up top to Hennard. Over to Rice. Whitman, right wing. Villasenor gets it up top. And she takes it into the lane. Nice backdoor cut by Rice and put up and in. Great job seeing her come.
Very unselfish pass.
Sure
too.
was. Sure was. And back in is going to be, that's Jimenez, and she's going to get fouled by Whitman. And that'll be her first foul. But it will give 2 shots to Jimenez at the line.
I'll tell you what, man, it's a game of runs. They had it down to 28, and then Tatum's gone on a run here and got it right back up now to 34.
One more point and we'll be in the running clock, Alan.
Yeah.
And the first one's up and no good by Jimenez. Coming in will be 23 for the first time. Daniela Munoz for Dexter. And coming out will be Prieto. 4.5 remaining here in the fourth. Second one's up and no good. And Villasenor with the rebound. And up to Hennard at half court. She's going to dribble down. She gives it to Whitman. Whitman saves it, gives it back to Hennard. Over to Rice. 3-baller on the way is no good, but Rice going to run down and try to get it herself. Fuentes collects it, but she goes to the floor with it. Should have been a walk.
I was going to say, how did she keep from traveling?
Rice guarding in the corner. Now Jimenez goes in the lane, puts it up and good. 2 for Jimenez there. And Hennard going to break the timeline, gives it to Villasenor. Villasenor gets hit from the behind and dribbles it back out. Villasenor passes over. Rice saves it. And that pass was to Hennard, who was leaving the spot she was passing to. Down low to Duran is Dexter. She gets her own rebound and puts it up and in. Villasenor gets the inbound. Back to Rice. Rice being guarded by Fuentes. And you got to like that matchup if you're Tatum. Over to Whitman, to Villasenor. Villasenor back up to Hennard. Over to Rice. Rice to Villasenor. Villasenor waits for her to come out before she starts dribbling. Then Whitman comes around. Over to Hennard. It's knocked away, but it goes right to Rice. She gives it over to Villasenor. Hennard on the cut. Whitman 3-ball up and good. And that should put it at a running clock now. Not quite, huh?
9 for Whitman. And yeah, we're at 33.
And 3-ball on the way for Dexter is no good. Villasenor with the rebound. She's going to bring it herself on the left-hand side. Gets leaned on by Duran. She's going to take it into the lane, puts it up, off the glass, up, and falls out. She gets her own rebound, puts it back up, no good. Gets her own rebound again. She's going to get fouled going up that time, though.
So Villasenor will go to the line here. And really running clock, no running clock. There's only 2:24 left. So we'll get to the finish line here. But Tatum has never looked back in this ball game, led throughout.
And they call that foul on, I'm not really sure.
33 is posted up there.
But there's not a 33.
There's not a 33.
And the first one for Villasenor is up and good. And Drennan Young going to come into the game for Tatum for the first time tonight. Or today.
I've got Villasenor unofficially with 14 for the Coyotes.
That's what I have also. Second one here would put a running clock on. And no good. And Weir with the rebound underneath. There's going to be a jump ball. And it's going to be Dexter ball. So not quite to the running clock. Inbound comes in, and Jimenez going to bring it down for Dexter.